On a night such as this, a struggling rider, running from the bank, makes an unexpected turn onto Sunset Boulevard, California. This turn ends him up in the Twilight Zone. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just here talking about Sunset Boulevard. But we'll come back to that comparison later. So, Billy Wilder is the name that only mostly film buffs will know. He's most notably written The Apartment, Some Like It Hot, Double Indemnity, and Sunset Boulevard, which we'll be talking about today. He's a writer who impacts a lot of movies. His writing is snappy, fast, quick, funny, darkly humorous, and it's really well constructed. It has a good pacing, a good flow, everything a movie should be. In my opinion, a movie should always be first entertaining and second have a meaning. If a movie fails at being entertaining, then why make it? That's just my 2 cents of that. As I said in the beginning of this, the movie Sunset Boulevard follows Joe Gillens, played by William Holden, who most notably worked on Bridge of the River Kwai, which stole the Oscar of Best Picture from 12 Angry Men, and I'm still salty about, and was in Network, which I really hope to cover one day on this show, because I absolutely love that movie. It is amazing. And if anyone hasn't seen it, go watch it. This movie does have some similarities to it, but I'm not going to go over that right now, because I want to focus on this Twilight Zone similarity. Ends up in the home of Norma Desmond, past silver screen queen, who was in silent pictures, but then, because of the sound transition, didn't make it. Which really doesn't... They never really tell you why, but you'll see why. She's planning to make a comeback, and with the help of Joe, she can do it. That's all according to plan, though. All I wanted to say about this movie, that's all I want to say. Like, just the setup alone, it's really good. And I highly recommend going and watch it without any spoilers. Come back to this video, anything like that, because this movie is bonkers. Like, sorry to bother you, bonkers. If anyone's seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it goes off the rails, but it makes sense, and it's really good. So if you haven't gone and seen it, go watch it, come back. Okay, anyone else that hasn't seen it, who really doesn't care about spoilers or anything, you're okay, go right ahead. I don't agree with you, okay? This film plays off like a long episode of The Twilight Zone, a series which I absolutely adore. I love sci-fi, and I love all that stuff, so anything with that combination, I'm on board for. Funny enough, the show The Twilight Zone did make an episode very similar to this in the first season. I think episode 4, I haven't watched it. I will watch it later if I have time. It's a slow descent into madness of the ordinary person coming in contact with the extraordinary and creating something and learning some lesson at the end. However, this movie, there is no lesson to be learned. The villain wins. Norma Desmond gets back her stardom, but at what cost? She kills Joe and leaves him and just goes on to be a person, and it's crazy. The film does comment a lot on the studio system and leaving a lot of actors without support and mental wellness. When we see Norma, she is in this whole nother world. Her chimp died, and she has a funeral for it. Which, I don't know what that means. It probably means something. I don't know. I'm not that good at deciphering this stuff. Very dramatized. Don't get me wrong. This goes off the deep end. But in the same way, like the Twilight Zone goes off the deep end sometimes, it still comments on things about society and life. Similar to Get Out and that. It mostly focuses on Hollywood forgetting about some of its stars, not treating them properly, leaving them to die in a mansion, decrepit and old. Another thing on the mansion I love, I love gothic, like gothic horror and like this over-present burden of this house. Like the house makes everyone feel trapped. And you feel trapped like Joe is. Even though he does get out, you feel trapped with him every time he goes back. And then you realize that Norma's not the real bad guy. She's a product of the system. She didn't mean to become this. She is that because of the system and because of her butler, which, spoilers, was her first husband and was the director that made her famous. This is an insane movie that just, you gotta watch. This is a film where you think it's going one way, but then it goes, nope, we're going a completely different way. Similar to movies like Parasite, which, if you haven't seen Parasite, I highly recommend it. Okay, this whole video is basically me recommending other movies and this to watch, which is a good thing. Keep your watch list above 1,000, like mine. I'm never finishing that watch list, am I? Anywho, the acting is amazing. Gloria Swanson gives in one of the best performances ever. In my opinion, these are some of the best performances ever. Toni Collette, Hereditary, Jack Nicholson, The Shining, Lee J. Cobb, 12 Angry Men. She stacks up with them in a more subtle performance. And I'm someone that likes super out there performances. Again, like those examples, I like a lot of facial expression and all that, but like she gives a very subtle performance compared to them, but she still rocks it. And she lost the Oscar, and I don't know how. Go watch this movie and tell me her performance isn't really, really good. Okay. So, I am out of script, because I honestly could talk about this movie for a long time, because this movie is just that good. The movie's both entertaining and says something. That's what a good movie should do. That's what a great movie should do. In my opinion, a movie should always be good and entertaining and say something. If a movie just says something, and it's not entertaining, then it's an okay movie, in my opinion. But if it's entertaining and says something that doesn't come over bashing you over the head, that's a great movie there. So overall, I'm going to give this movie an 11 out of 10. Yes, I know, I already gave The Gold Rush that rating, but this movie deserves it. Like, go watch this and tell me it's not one of the best movies of all time. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching.